We've got a big change in the weather ahead for us with a dramatic 30, 40 degree temperature drop likely tomorrow night for your Thursday night, April the 17th. And by this time on Friday morning, it's going to be snowing pretty heavily for us across the Denver area with a few inches of snow likely for us. And that snow will last into Saturday. So let's kind of get into the nitty gritty of that forecast. First of all, today and tomorrow on this Wednesday and Thursday, April the 16th and 17th, it's mostly dry. We're in the 70s, but it's tomorrow night between about 3 and 8 p.m. that one of those really sharp cold fronts is going to move through. You know those fronts where we drop those temperatures by 10 to 15 degrees in the span of a few minutes? You feel that cold rush of wind. It is going to be one of those really dramatic fronts. And behind it, we'll see some rain develop that will quickly flip over to snow tomorrow night. That means we're going to go from the mid-70s for us tomorrow afternoon for a high down to snow in the span of about 8 hours or so tomorrow night. So a pretty dramatic drop in temperatures. And by Friday morning, it's going to be snowing. It snows most of the day Friday. However, this time of year with the high April sun angle, it's very hard for that snow to fall, that falls for it to actually stick on the ground. So most of that accumulation will happen most likely on Friday night and Saturday morning. And that's when we have the best window to see some of that accumulating snow. Here in Denver, we could be talking about a few inches of slushy snow. Most of that will be on colder surfaces like car tops and grass, but you get above 6,000 feet, you get into the foothills, and that's where you have the possibility for road impacts and for perhaps as much as 10 inches of snow for us. And this would be that heavy, wet, cement-style snow. Of course, those leaves are starting to come out on those trees. That adds a little bit more surface area for that snow to fall on. So, folks, main takeaway is if you do see 3, 4, 5 inches of snow fall, make sure to shake those trees because that could weigh down those branches and those small trees as well. So just keep that in mind. The snow wraps up by most cases by midday Saturday. Still some timing issues on the back end of the storm, but by Sunday morning will be kind of cold. But that Easter Sunday sunrise service out there at Red Rocks looks just kind of chilly for us, but then we start to warm up. Temperatures in the 60s, that'll melt off that snow pretty quickly on your Easter Sunday. And in terms of a couple of those events, it looks like it's going to be pretty tough for the Rockies to play on Friday night, so you got tickets for that. Forget about a kiddo soccer practices, games on Saturday morning. Forget about those. I think it's going to be pretty snowy for Red Rocks Thursday and Friday nights. And final thing, if you're going to the CU game, the spring game on Saturday, they'll be able to play it, but it does look a bit cold and perhaps a little bit snowy out there for Coach Prime and company.